Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And away we go from Dublin. His return starts at the 5. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And leading them in his pseudo-rookie season after that injury cost him last year. The 10th overall pick in our 2024 draft, J.J. McCarthy.
All J.J. has ever done in his career, no matter where he's been, is win. And there is something to that. I know at times it's hard to measure how much of it was him, how much of it the people around him. Most importantly, just ask his teammates over the years. They love playing with him. That is a characteristic that's important, and I don't think talked about enough, Kate. Do your guys in the huddle want to play for it? Do they believe in you? Everywhere J.J. has been, he's lit up that huddle, and success has followed. Kate, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice that both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
Addison going to motion over left. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. On the move, hit it right. He can run it. He gets 6 on that play, and it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Avoid some trouble. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kid, all the data lately has taught us really clearly. Sacks, negative yardage plays. They not only just destroyed that play, they destroyed drives. Well done, defense.
So things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on second down. Another try following the sack. That's him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
And the Steelers going nickel, third down. From the shotgun, McCarthy escapes the pocket. And McCarthy slides to the ground here, but not before picking up the first.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
They'll give it to Mason. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Darius Slay with the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, McCarthy hits his running back. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
That's another Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
From the gun, Mason. They'll cobble together a yard there. Cole Holcomb there on the stop.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Throw left side, Ronnie Hawkinson. And this is going to get him right up near that first down, but he's marked short after a gain of 7, third down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd and 2, McCarthy. Jukes one defender, and he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. This is Scott. So much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Guessing everybody in the huddle and on the sidelines sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
A loss of 8 yards. It's 3rd down and goal.
All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. Take a quick break, and we'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. We're ready now for the 2nd quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They need the right call here. It'll be 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal for McCarthy. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Ooh, for a moment, thought those were our first points until he came and knocked it away.
Yeah, I think the message sent pretty clear after that play. You're going to have to try a lot harder than that to be the first ones on the board.
So the Vikings will try a field goal on 4th down. Will Reichert headed out. A very short kick here from the right hash. Reichert connects there. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Kenneth Gainwell now to return. This makes it up to the 25.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
At the 30-yard line.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. From the gun, and give to Gainwell. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Rodgers here from the gun. This finds its target. That's Metcalf. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. He picks up 15 on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
First and 10 at the
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Warren running between the tackles. Wasn't a fan of what was ahead there, Brock, but the bounce outside doesn't fare any better. He gets a lone yard at second down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Warren once more. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Rodgers throwing on 3rd down. He's got his man. This is Austin. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Steelers first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Finds him over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
A gain of 23 more yards. That's another Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Trying an inside give to Warren. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Gainwell has the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers finish off their opening drive. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? Well, it sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
Chris Boswell for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Steelers won up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Now Boswell on to send this away. Starting from the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at this Vikings offense. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. On play action now, McCarthy. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When he saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
This, the snap that's going to take us inside the 2-minute warning. This is Mason on second down. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up third down. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. He lofts it deep right side. Big gain downfield. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. They get 35 out of that one. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Throwing the out route complete. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Here's first and 10 from the 34. Mason trying left side. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Completed over the middle. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. McCarthy throwing here. Short pass brought in. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Minnesota spends its second timeout here. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. McCarthy now, blitz coming. This throw is caught. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings take the lead just before halftime. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings push their lead to 3.
10, Steelers 7.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Johnson with a return here. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Steeler offense out and ready to go for their second drive. Not a whole lot of time left for them to put something together here before the break. It's 1st and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining. To throw, Rodgers. It's a screen play to Warren. Forcing it up past the 30. And they're going to force him out just before he can get to the 35. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Throwing on 1st down, Rodgers. This finds Austin, complete. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
To the air here on 1st down, Rodgers. Caught by Freiermuth. And he'll get this through the midfield stripe and starts pushing into Vikings territory. We get a timeout, 8 seconds remaining before halftime.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing again, it's Rodgers. Hits him on the out route. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Here comes Chris Boswell in the Steelers field goal unit. This from the right hash in a considerable distance. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. So a field goal game at the half. Good one so far, 2 quarters to go. Now let's check in with Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Excellent work as always, Scott. Love that halftime report. Just a field goal game for us here as we start quarter number 3. Now this Irish crowd has been great so far. No surprise there, and still 2 quarters left to play here in Dublin. Johnson now on the return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Out comes Pittsburgh. It's off fantastic to begin the 3rd quarter. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. They've got 1st down from the 31. Run from Warren here to start the 3rd. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space, like a chess master. Seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
1st down throw by Rodgers. Austin's there to haul it in. And finally, they're able to stop this play from getting any more yards.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and come right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Play fake, it's Rodgers. It's caught right side by Freiermuth. And he'll go down here at the 16.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 16. Roman Wilson reels it in. And he stops, give him about 7 on the play, and give his offense a 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
At the 8-yard line.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll throw again. Rodgers. And got his man. That's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers take the lead right away in half number 2. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers take a 4-point lead.
Steelers 14, Vikings 10.
Now Boswell on to send this away.
Kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Vikings and receiver Jordan Addison getting set for this next drive. They find themselves trailing after the opening drive touchdown, and heck, it really set up to be an entertaining second half if they're able to answer here. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. A give to Mason. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
It's 2nd and inches.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that 1st down. Running once more with Mason. Juke the defender. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Mason gets it from the gun. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Another run for Mason. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Draw play here, it's Mason. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Tackle made by Chuck Clark.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Here's Scott on the carry. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
They're set up at the 35 now. Off the option, Mason. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Catch made over the middle. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Vikings first down.
So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's Vikings football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. They have themselves another 1st and 10. McCarthy fires out wide, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You've got to shake it off and keep on firing.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing again now, McCarthy. Touchdown! The Vikings take a 4th quarter lead. Jordan Addison the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half. It puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
Needs to go up by a field goal here in the 4th. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Vikings push their lead to 3.
Vikings 17, Steelers 14.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. On the return, here's Gainwell. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Steelers' offense headed out. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Gets it downfield, on target to Metcalf. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
1st down, Rodgers. Throw right side, caught by Wilson. And he's taken down at the 30. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Left side, caught by Metcalf. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. They toss to Warren, running right. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a 4th quarter lead. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers take a 4-point lead.
Steelers 21, Vikings 17.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Vikings taking the field on offense. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this 4th quarter, partner. That touchdown just served it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there, and I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set, and it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Caught deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it looks like, yes, they say Steeler football.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. And I'm pretty sure, Brock, they hadn't even all sat down on that sideline yet to rest. And now they're right back out there with a great chance to repeat their last touchdown.
And you will take that every day of the week and twice on.
So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one.
Previous play is under review.
All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy is screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. Still their football, but need to make some progress here, and this is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Has him on the quick hitter. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Extra man in the secondary for the Steelers. 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw. That's caught. This is Addison. He's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. Running left side by Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion left. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Kate, from my vantage point up here, that was pretty close to drawing a penalty flag. Risky decision on 1st down, but there was a target in the area, so thus, no penalty, and we move on to 2nd.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Short pass brought in. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their 1st. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Back to throw. Able to hit Mason, complete. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Finds him over the middle. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
Complete to Justin Jefferson. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
All right, 2 yards to go here on 3rd down on what will be the 9th play of this impressive drive. Here he is to throw. And really, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And that's going to make it just about worst-case scenario for this offense, Brock. It is 4th and long.
Every sack, every stop has just been like another nail in the coffin. And now, well, now there's only one spot for a nail left. This is their last chance. And that defense, well, they've got this crew on the edge of the cliff. Now can they go finish when it matters the most?
And that's a touchdown. The catch is made, and they lead just before the end of this game. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Extra point upcoming. This to put it to a field goal game. And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game.
24. Steelers 21.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Johnson with a return here. Escapes a defender. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Hits him on the out route. All right, so he stops the clock, but seconds still ran off on a gain of, gosh, only 3 or 4.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
He'll look to throw it. This finds Austin complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The Steelers calling their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
In quite the time crunch here, Brock, but still 2 timeouts to burn. It's 1st down. Setting up to pass. Drops this underneath to Warren. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Offense to the line for 1st down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. That's to his running back, Kenneth Gainwell. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
So here's Chris Boswell in a high-pressure spot. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. All right, got a timeout here. Just 8 seconds remaining in our ball game. Here comes Chris Boswell in the Steelers field goal unit. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. This is off the left upright and in, it's good! And in the final moments, they have tied this game.
Overtime, rested on his leg, Kate, and he got the job done. And now, well, if things go a specific way in OT, the next time we see him line up, it could be for the game winner.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. This one winds up as a touchback, so they're going to have 1 final snap to work with.
At their own 35-yard line.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Now McCarthy. Caught for big yards on the right side. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. So starting this year, we've got some new rules in place for overtime, Brock. Both teams now guaranteed a chance to possess the football in overtime of any game, not just the playoff. So an opening drive touchdown, no longer an instant game winner. Got to be able to make a stop too. It's a new look to NFL overtime. Let's see how this plays out as we get underway with some bonus football. Returning it from the 4. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Vikings now set to take the field. And in a tie game, we've been sensing a breakthrough coming, Brock. Might this be the drive where we finally see one side get the edge over the other?
Well, if it is, Kate, you know and I know it's about play-to-play execution, and more than likely, making sure they can convert in some of those situational downs.
Minnesota in the formation. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead. Here's Mason. Wow, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Overtime just getting started. Both teams are going to get a chance with the football here. We've got 2nd down. They send a man in motion. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. The kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it. That's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. He's loaded another one up. Oh, and he nearly had the interception, but he couldn't reel it in. That's the big overtime play they needed. But still, 4th down coming up.
You know, that is such a bummer because those are the moments you live for defensively. Those are all the reps you do in practice to get to that moment when the ball's in your hand to make that interception. He can't get it done. Now he's got to flush it and go make another play.
He's got this at the 27. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. Their defense got off the field clean, Brock, and now their offense runs on knowing that any points are going to end this game.
Well, you want to look up complimentary football in the football dictionary, this might be the most important time for it. One side of the ball makes a stand, now the other side gets a chance to go win it.
Now he gets a shot here in overtime. Working the sideline. Oh, he got it. Drug the feet. That's a catch.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Some work to do here. Need to make some progress to get in range for that game winner. Here's 2nd down. Rodgers here from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Rodgers here off the play action. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion. but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route from man coverage.
The entire playbook is open here, Brock. It is 2nd and inches. Again, Rodgers. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
They'll throw again, Rodgers. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Big moment here in overtime. 4th down, and the offense is out there. Going for it with Warren. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
I think some of us watching that in real time might not have been sure. He sure was. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first, and he popped right away, signaling that he had it.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They run with Warren. Even 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
All right, Brock, both teams have had their opening salvos. Next score wins it in OT as they come up on 2nd down. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. The throw is caught. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
2nd and 3 now. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Catch is made in close. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers pull in front. Pat Fryermuth the touchdown. So make a check in the win column for the Steelers. And it took some extra effort, Brock, some bonus football before they were finally able to separate from the opposition and earn that hard-fought victory. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Dublin.